G'day, cunts! Welcome to episode Unlucky 13 of the Greencast, podcast by me, Mr. Greentext, where I usually just ramble to myself in my bedroom like a fucking madman. But then sometimes I'm not quite as mad because I'm joined by people. This is not one of those episodes. It's just a solo potty this week. Because I got some stuff I want to talk about and didn't want to talk over people. Because that's kind of the, I don't know, I enjoy the one-on-ones that I do with people. Last week's one with Hero the Hero is actually doing a lot better than I thought it would. It's doing a lot better than a lot of the other ones as well for some reason. I don't know, it might even just be because the dude reviews a lot of porn, which, I don't know, it's definitely in my demographic, that's for sure. But yeah, first thing I wanted to talk about, of course, is the new video that just went up. The first of probably many of IRL skits or whatever the fuck. I don't know what to call them. I don't know, I kind of want to give them like a series name in like the title, like the green text stories that I do, but I'm not sure what to call them. Because I can't call them shitposts because I'll get demonetized because I have shitpost in the title. So I gotta think of a sort of like safe for work series name for them so people can differentiate. I can't say that word. Differentiate. There we are. From like the other content, because there's a couple people that are like, I thought this was a green text, but I mean, like, yeah. People seem to enjoy it a lot more than I thought they would, to be honest. I actually had no idea what people would think of it. I don't know why I wanted to do that. Well, I do. I even said it in the video. I'm a bit of a nerd. I watch a lot of that sort of stuff, especially Max, with all his sort of shit. I just wanted to do it myself, but obviously couldn't afford a real box of Pokemon cards because they're like $130, so I bought a fake version, and then you can go watch the video if you haven't already to see what happens, because I get caught off guard because, yeah, they put something in every pack that was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was kind of funny at the same time, because, like, looking back on it now, probably should have sucked it in a bit. Man. But yeah, a lot of the comments just call me like a fat neck beard, but without the beard, which is also weird, because they're like, oh, you're like, I didn't expect like a fat 35-year-old. I'm 19. I'm actually 20 next month as well. So, that'd be nice. Oh, I won't be a teen anymore next month. Oh, shit. But yeah, there's some people that are like, oh, fuck, I was expecting some scrawny fucking faggot, not some, like, fat 35 neckbeard that doesn't have a beard. Which, I mean, how do you know I don't have a beard under that Australian flag bandana thing? Well, I don't. Because, I don't know, I'd like to grow a beard. Beards are pretty fucking manly, except, you know, I just haven't got those fucking genes, I guess. I can grow a mean door knocker. It's about fucking it. But yeah, I don't know, people seem to actually, like, enjoy it. There's a couple people that said, like, oh, it's like one of your best videos that you've done. But yeah, when I do the sort of those IRL videos now, that's the sort of, like, persona that I'm just gonna like be doing from now on, because obviously I still want to remain anonymous for now, at least, and that's kind of the way that I'm kind of disguising my identity, I guess. Yeah, just with the like Australia shitposter like costume as well. Don't know if anyone like saw it, but I also had like the tooth necklace too, but it kept like going in my shirt. I try my best to like keep it out because I like my details. Ooh, here's a nice early one for a bunch of you people that worship the religion of Mr. Greentext drinking water. Here you go. I know you've been deprived the past couple of weeks because I've had people on the podcast and you haven't been able to hear me drinking water, but by golly, I've been drinking water during the podcast, that's for sure. What else do I say about that video? I mean, just looking through the comments, yeah, it was just like a lot of what I expected. Oh, there's a lot of people just like, wow, this dude's a fucking unit. He a thick boy, which I don't know. I actually really like that. I kind of relate to H3 a lot in that sense. Definitely part of the Fupa Troop, if you know what I mean. But there's even a person that said, for a person that says he goes to gym every day, he's still kind of fat. Which, yeah, no, 100%. I've been going to the gym for like over 3 years at this point. I was definitely a lot more of a fatty, that's for fucking sure. But I don't really do cardio. That's the sort of problem that I have. I don't do like workout sort of stuff. I mainly just do... Oh, I should probably fucking mute that, lol. One sec. There we go. Yeah, I don't really do cardio at gym. I mostly just do like heavyweight sort of shit. Like I do a heap of benching and deadlifts, squats. Yeah, there's a couple people that just like, holy shit, look at these fucking thighs. Yeah, that's because I squat a dumb amount of fucking weight. I don't know, I've always just had like strong like thighs, because I used to do a shit ton of soccer in high school as well. And I don't know, I guess just carried over. I like having fucking strong legs, I guess. But yeah. I don't know why it amused me so much, just seeing all like the thick boy comments, which, you know, I don't know, keep them coming, they're good. Rather than just being like, hey, you're fucking fat. Not that I fucking care. I mean, I've been on the internet long enough not to fucking take that sort of shit to heart anyway. But yeah, I got a couple other kind of ideas in the pipeline for other just sort of those weird shitpost parody, whatever the fuck. So you can watch it if you want, I guess. There's definitely like, I don't know what the sort of split would be or is, I guess. I guess we'll have to see over the next couple of days to see what the views do on this sort of video. It'll definitely get more than the podcast, that's for sure, because it's definitely, this sort of thing is for only a segmented amount of people, that's for sure, because it usually goes for over a fucking hour. Last week's nearly went for fucking, well over 2. Oh, almost 2. I think just under 2. Where was I going with that? I immediately lost my train of thought. I woke up like fucking half an hour ago too. I thought I might as well just get this like over with in the morning so I can get some other stuff to do. Because I got some friends coming around this afternoon, and I'm hosting a bit of a barbecue around mine, and I gotta fucking clean up my house and shit too. But yeah, more of that sort of stuff coming. Also, I'm probably gonna update the schedule thing on my banner, because now that the plan is, because there's definitely, well, I mean, my name's Mr. Greentext, so there's definitely going to be people here that only subscribe and only watch the Greentext videos, which, I mean, fair enough. But there is other people that want to see, like, more content, and there's definitely, I want to make stuff that is in Greentext as well, because it is a little bit creatively unsatisfying, that's for sure, just reading other people's fucking stories. So it's also just good for my sanity, so I'll just keep doing them. At this point, people can watch them or not. But the schedule at the moment is green text Monday to Friday, a longer green text on Monday and Friday, shitpost whatever the fuck on Saturday, and then potty on Sunday. That's my time as well, Australian time. I know most of you cunts are in America, but I think just take one day back. So yeah. So, like, Tuesday to Saturday, I think, green text, and then, yeah, whatever, you get the fucking point, you can work it out. I'm sure you're not that fucking retarded, you can take a day off that schedule. But yeah, I'll update that and stuff, and, yeah. What else has been going on? Oh, fucking Jesus, tap dancing Christ. I saw Hereditary last night, which, I don't know how long it's been out in America for, or even if it has. It's basically this, new fucked horror film, that recently come out. How do I even fucking describe it? I don't know, you might have seen, like, trailers from it. It's that one where there's, like, some little girl that has, like, a fucking, I don't know, some sort of Down syndrome or whatever the fuck. Her eyes are too spaced spaced too far apart, and she like cuts the head off like a pigeon in like one of the trailers. But I saw it last night, and it's there's some stuff in there, dude, that's like actually like fucked. As a film editor nowadays and a filmmaker, it's kind of like a curse when you watch films, because it's not really, it ruins some of the stuff for you. It's more when you see really like fuck stuff on the screen, it's more so just like, oh shit, how did they do that? Or trying to figure out how they did it in your head, because you've been on productions and shit. And it's even worse as an editor with horror films, because like you can tell when stuff is winding up, and like jump scares don't get you anymore, because you know, I'm usually the one trying to craft those jump scares, which Hereditary doesn't do any jump scares. That's finally there's that's the thing that fucks me off about horror films, is that a lot of them are just cheap fucking jump scares. Hereditary, there's not really many films nowadays that actually genuinely give me the creeps. And there's a scene at, I think, one of the last scenes at the end of the film that like actually gave me fucking chills throughout my entire body. But yeah, if you do see it, if you're squeamish, definitely probably don't go see it. But I don't know, what am I fucking saying? You can't browse 4chan and fucking loves gore threads, so you actually probably fucking love this shit. It did feel a little long, although I think it was probably just under 2 hours. Felt a lot longer than that for some reason. Did drag on a little bit. But it had just a really nice concept, and there's a lot to look back on and like think about. Because there was stuff that's like a one-liner in the film, or like one little shot that then call back towards the thing that happens at the end. Because I'm trying not to spoil it here as well, because I think you should go see it. And then even just like talking to my mate about it, I'm like, oh fuck, this guy that smiled here, he's fucking at the end of the film here. I didn't even fucking realize. Oh, this fucking, the line like, oh, there's so many strangers here, like, oh, it has like a meaning at the end of the film. And oh man, I don't know, just do yourself a favor and go see it, because there's not that many horror films, in my opinion, nowadays that actually are genuinely horror, and not just, you know, Saw, that just like, wow, we gotta cut off my leg, and jump scares, ooh, wow, what a scary film. Yeah, this one's actually like proper fucked. Also, there was how do I even fucking explain this without spoiling it? There's a scene in Act 1 that, so there was a bunch of teenagers to the left of us that were like talking for the first 20 minutes, and I had to like fucking yell at them to shut the fuck up. And they're still like whispering throughout, but you know, they were definitely a lot quieter after that. Also, I don't know if that really happens any other places, but that's actually one of my things that just fucks me off the most, is cunts that talk in films. And that's not the first time that has happened, but yeah, these kids were fucking talking. And if you want someone to shut up, yell at them in the theater, because then everyone else, and then they get super fucking embarrassed, and they don't want to do it. And you can do it. I find that if you do it a second time as well, it's definitely going to shut them up. So I had to fucking yell at them, and they were like whispering really fucking quietly, because, you know, they were scared of me for some reason. I don't know. I'm also just embarrassed. But there was a scene where something happens, and the entire theater didn't make a fucking sound for like a good 5 minutes, because it was just so fucking jarring. I'll just leave it at that. If you see the film, or if you've seen the film, you know what I'm fucking talking about. Oh man. Fuck, I need another drink of water. Jesus Christ. I got a lot of movie stuff to talk about. I wanted to talk about this week. For some reason, there's going to be a Joker standalone film, apparently, for some reason, that'll be with Jared Leto. And what I'm even more confused about is that the fact that there was like one rumored around ages ago that what's his fucking face? I can't even remember his name. some like famous director was going to potentially direct it, and it was going to be like a period piece that wasn't going to be connected to the main DC like film continuity that they've got going. But I don't understand. It hurts me to see that Warner Brothers just don't give a shit or don't have a plan with their films, because they're just greenlighting everyone's like pitch at this point. Like, I honestly, if I fucking look at the announced films, I think at this point there'll be more fucking films than the entirety of the Marvel line of films, which is, you know, what? Hang on, let's see. DC Extended Universe. I can bring up a Wikipedia article I can fucking have a look through. Can I have an announced thing, please? In development. I just want a list of fucking stuff, please. The fuck? Recurring characters, box office performance. What the fuck? God damn it. That's weird. Wikipedia article doesn't have it at all. Oh, well, the current slate, the only, like, official ones that are, like, actually in production, Aquaman's obviously coming out at the end of this year. Kind of really keen for that, to be honest, because James Wan is directing it and wrote it as well, which is the guy that invented Saw. So, don't know what that'll mean for it, but I've talked about it before. I do know some people that worked on the production of Aquaman, and they were saying it was pretty unorganized, and the Warner Brothers are just throwing money at it, and throwing money at James Wan just to do whatever he wants, in hopes to make a good film. And the fucking was in production for, I want to say, over 12 months, which is insane for a fucking film. But yeah, I mean, I know some of the stunt guys on there because I worked with some of them, and yeah, that's what they were saying to me. So don't know what that'll mean for the film. Shazam's obviously next year. Don't know what that'll sort of be. And that's all that's in production at the moment, that officially, like, in. Fucking, just give me, surely I could find, like, a list of, like, announced films. DC announced films. Because it's that weird one that Steven Spielberg's doing. Let's see. Just give me a goddamn list. No, I don't want to fucking click through bullshit where I give you a shit ton of money. You can't. Oh, here we are. Sort of better. It's just really shitly loaded. Surely I can count these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What the fuck? Dude, there's like 14, maybe, like, Marvel films. This is what I don't understand, is that they're just greenlighting any fucking cunt's pitch. So, oh yeah, that was the fucking thing that I was confused about. Apparently there's gonna be potentially a solo Harley Quinn film. Okay. Why? There's also supposed to be a Nightwing film, a Justice League Dark film. That could be potentially interesting. A Gotham City Sirens film. A Deathstroke film. A Black Adam film for some fucking... A Lobo film? Why? And then there's that fucking Black Hawk DC film that Steven Spielberg's doing. I don't understand. What? Like... Ages ago, they announced that Jeff Johns was going to oversee the DC film slate. Fuck off! Windows Update. Yeah, they announced that Jeff Johns and some other guy are going to look after the DC universe. I don't think they've been doing anything. Because surely, like, I don't even know what the fucking he's doing. If by looking after that means that he's the one that people have to come to pitch stuff, and he's just like, what's your idea? This. Perfect, we'll do it. But, they just need a Kevin Feige, to be honest, that, you know, has a fucking plan of shit. Because, you know, it's obvious to everybody that Avengers came out and DC's like, fuck, put together something, and then Justice League happened. And then, you know, they fucked it. Unfortunately, as much as that pains me to say it. And they're just not learning. At all. And it hurts me as a fucking DC fan. It really does. Honestly, I think they should just, like, reboot it, to be honest. Apparently, it's going to be a Flashpoint film, too. Flash isn't getting a solo film, he's getting a Flashpoint film. Which I'm like, okay, sure, that might be interesting. But you're really going to give us a Flashpoint film before a solo Flash film? But honestly, I think you should just use that to just reboot your fucking franchise, to be honest. Because you fucked it. You fucked it, dude. Yeah, I've nothing more to say to that than it hurts me. There's a fucking Bumblebee standalone. Speaking of other weird fucking things that got greenlit for some reason, there's a Bumblebee standalone film. The trailer for that came out. Originally, when I heard they're gonna do a Bumblebee solo film, I'm like, what? How? When? Why? Then the promo was like a picture of like a beetle, and I'm like, are they going for like a G1 Bumblebee? Which, looking at the trailer, that's totally what they're doing. And seeing this trailer now, it's giving me a lot more confidence in this film. I had no idea what the fuck it was gonna be. Well, my expectations were pretty fucking low. But I guess it's gonna be. It looks very Iron Giant-esque. Like, it looks like it's just gonna be Iron Giant, but with Bumblebee. Which, that looks potentially interesting to me. Oh man, why am I doing this immediately after I woke up and my throat is so fucking dry? But yeah, the funny thing about it as well, though, is that after this trailer came out, some news came out not too long ago that Transformers 6 apparently got cancelled. Which, good. The Transformers franchise has also just gone to shite and balls to the wall like it retarded. But yeah, don't know what the fucking is gonna happen with the Transformers franchise either. Whether, I don't even know if there's gonna be a reboot or fucking what, to be honest. Or even if it's really gonna be in the same, like, continuity or timeline or whatever the fuck. Cause, like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it contradicts itself, like, a lot. Like, I think in the last film, there was, like, there was a fucking shot where they're showing Transformers throughout the ages. And there was a shot where there was a Transformer that looked a lot like Bumblebee, that was killing Nazis. And I'm like, okay. Pretty sure that he came along with the first, like, fleet of Transformers. Oh wait, no, did he? Actually, no, I don't think he did. I don't know. It's been a while since I saw the first Transformers. But yeah, that was, like, my favorite movie as a kid. The live-action one. But yeah, it's nice to be able to see, like, the G1 Transformer on the screen. Oh, there's also, in the trailer, it looks like there's a G1 Starscream too, which looks really fucking dope. As a kid, I never really, well, I was like 12, I think? No, it must have been like maybe 10 when the Michael Bay first Transformers came out. But I do have memories of watching a lot of the G1 Transformers. There was a Video Easy in my local area that I'd ride my bike down to, and they had, I think, pretty much the entire series on, like, DVD, and I just rent that every now and then, and watch that. But yeah, Video Easy, that's a fucking, a dead thing that's long since fucking gone. I think there was, one that was still open. There was like 2 in Australia. One was in like a suburb away from me, and that got shut down. What's the equivalent in America to Video Easy? A Blockbuster? No, Blockbuster was the other one that was there for a while. But yeah, Video Easy. It was basically just like a place where you could rent DVDs and videos whenever the fuck. I rented a lot of video games there too as a kid, and you know, finished them in a week and then just give them back. A good fucking system. But yeah, now all those video renting places, they all got long shut down because, you know, streaming and Netflix is a fucking thing now. Or you can, you know, pay like $2 or $3 to like digitally rent them, which don't know how that works. Don't know who the fuck has ever used that before. Because there's a little thing called Pirate Bay. But yeah, all the Video Easies, they're all just like those like vending machines now, where you can touch to like give them, it'll just spit out the disc, which is really fucking hilarious and sad at the same time. Which I've never seen anybody. Jesus, I've never seen anybody use them before. Which also just solidifies the fact that, yeah, it's pretty fucking dead. But what else do I have to talk about on my little thing? Oh yeah, that was a thing that I got fucking just triggered by again. So I'm a really big fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise too. I own all the special editions for all of them, except Assassin's Creed Origins. There's a reason for that too, and that's because I play all my games on PC now at this point. I used to play them on PS3, transitioned to PC, because I got a pretty decent rig now, and I can play like PC games on like decent settings now. But however, Ubisoft decided that they're not going to do a physical release of Assassin's Creed Origins, which completely fucking cucked me. So there was no special editions, because I'm not gonna fucking buy a PS4 or an Xbox One version just so I can get that, and then have a game that I fucking can't play. So I just don't own it now at this point, which is kind of sad as a collector. But I'm sure I can probably find them off eBay at this point for pretty cheap. But it also fucks me that, and it's not the first time this has fucking happened. I've gotten cucked a couple of times with this sort of stuff. And I also got fucked with buying Assassin's Creed Origins, because I wanted to play it, because I just saw that Assassin's Creed Odyssey just got announced. And I'm like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins, I haven't played that yet. So I went to go, like, purchase it, and I saw it, like, on Steam on sale not too long ago. I'm like, oh, I'll go buy it from there. Missed that sale, because I'm a dumb, and didn't buy it then. So then I went on G2A, the Dodge website, where it was probably a fucking stolen key. But I can't afford paying fucking $80 for a game that I'm gonna have to take literally 4 days of continuous, like, downloading to play this fucking thing. So I paid like $50 for it on G2A, and I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. I can tolerate that. And then literally fucking the next week, Uplay has a sale for E3. And it's $40, and I'm like, I want to die. It goes on sale, like, an official version, and I'm like, well, fucked that one. But I recently bought, well, not recently, probably a couple years ago, I bought a physical copy of Doom. Because the same thing, you know, slow internet. I often talk about how shit my internet is. 300 kilobyte download speed. That's not megabyte, that's a third of a megabyte. So I try and get physical copies when I can. So I bought a physical copy of Doom from my local game store. And I brought it home, and I opened up the case, and it had one disc in there. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Must have, like, some real high compression rate or something, or some brand new sort of disc where it's got a high, like, volume or whatever the fuck. So I pop it in, and I'm installing Doom, and then it says, insert disc 2. And I'm like, what? So then I'm looking around the box, and I'm like, what the fuck? What did they forget? And then in tiny fucking writing in the bottom left-hand corner, it says that only one disc is included. You have to download the rest. And I'm like, why? Why did you fucking bother to put one fucking disc in with like maybe 5 gig, and then just be like, nah, you gotta download the rest. Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you, you piece of actual shit. And, because I was really confused originally when, like, Origins didn't have a physical release. I'm like, maybe, like, they'll release it, like, later. Because they did that with, Syndicate, I'm fairly sure. Because, you know, I'm one of the poor cunts that had Unity on launch day and just wasn't playable at all. Because I had under, like, 10 FPS, like a lot of people, and, you know, missing faces. So I think they released Syndicate, like, a month later on PC. And that's what I thought they were doing with Origins, but nope, they just weren't doing a physical release at all, because they didn't want to fucking deal with that. So I'm like, okay, you piece of shit. I guess I'm just gonna have to fucking suck it up and spend 4 days downloading this fucking video game. Although apparently NBN is starting to roll out construction in my area. I've seen them running cables down a couple streets away from me. So I'm fucking praying, at least by the end of this year, that I'll have my NBN, which is, I think, like 20 megabyte download speed. Which sounds like superhuman to me, having like not even half a megabyte download. And that'd be so fucking nice to be able to like upload videos to YouTube that don't take like 3 or 4 hours as well. Especially when, like, that's my job, is to upload videos, and even, like, especially editing films and shit like that, and uploading footage, it's just, I can't, because stuff like, when you, like, my short film recently that I'm editing, or finished editing, I've done picture lock, I've got 300 gigabytes worth of, footage, and I just, you know, I physically can't upload it here, because it did take, like, an entire year. So I have to, like, take it to, at least probably to uni, because I still have access to there, even though I graduated, and upload on their end, or just, you know, hand it to them in person. Because my internet's so shit. But yeah, I don't know, it's just a thing that just really annoys me nowadays, because they don't consider, like, the Australian market and just people with shit internet, and they just cuck us. What else did I have? I'm flying through my topics. I didn't think I'd fly through this so quick. What else do I have? Oh. I've been putting together a bit of a list of stuff. I would like to release, like, some merch, like t-shirts, at some point. I'm not sure when, because, I gotta find a service that's probably going to be situated in America. So costs is going to be cheaper for a bunch of you guys, because that's where majority of my audience is. Because there's no point of just getting it printed in Australia and then shipping it to America, because it would probably, like, cost more than the actual price of the item. Oh, yeah, that's... I'll talk about that in a second. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I will, later. I went off to... Oh, yeah... I went off topic and then immediately forgot what I was talking about 10 seconds ago. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas for some new possible merch, and I've been running some ideas through in my head. I actually just recently got a really nice shirt from Cow Chop, which is a YouTube channel from the remnants of the creatures, if you remember that hot meme. And it's a really nice shirt, and the thing that's really interesting and that I like about it is that it's a design that doesn't scream out like, hey, I'm a fan of this thing. It's just like, because Cow Chop, the whole thing is just like a cow and then like knives. So they've got like this really cool like skull and butcher's knives, and then they've got Cow Chop on the sleeve, which is nice and classy. And the more thought that I put into doing possible merch for Mr. Greentext, the more that I realized I should probably go around that sort of route. Mostly because, like, although I probably will have a couple, like, memes and stuff on, like, t-shirts, whatever the fuck, I feel like not a lot of people would probably like to walk around wearing, like, 4chan-related stuff, because that'd be kind of cringe, to be honest, because, like, I don't think I'd particularly want to walk around with, like, you know, 4chan-related memery on me, because then, you know, you always get the person to be like, what's that from? And then you gotta fucking explain it to them, and trying to explain fucking 4chan, or even trying to explain 4chan to explain that a dude that reads stories from 4chan is probably even a lot more, like, complicated and fucking more of a fuck around. So I think I might even try and go that sort of route. Even, like, not to as much of an extent, but, like, Teddy Fresh and the stuff that H3 and Ethan and Hila are doing. We were like a brand that they have that's like almost sort of separated from the H3 stuff, so other people could like enjoy it without like having to be involved in understanding like the H3 sort of stuff. And I think this is sort of route that I want to take Mr. Greentext merch in. I just got to come up with a couple of designs and commission some people to do some shit for me, obviously. But yeah, I think that's the sort of route that I want to go with that. So I don't know what sort of design. Probably some like, I don't know, I might even like sort of steal like that sort of thing with some like Australian sort of stuff, like cow bones and stuff like that. I don't know, it might be pretty cool. We'll see. I think there'll definitely be like some Australian shitposter stuff. The problem is that there's some stuff that I want to do like full t-shirt printing with like the sleeves. And my network just recommended me like Spreadshirt, which is just like a box on the shirt, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. But apparently there is a service that they have, but it's only for people with like 100,000 subscribers, which I'm like, that's a bit shitty. Fuck you guys. So, I don't know, there's definitely like a thing way down the line at this point. It's a lot of just like workshopping stuff and just trying to nut down ideas for it, because yeah, the more that I think about it, the more that I wouldn't even wear myself like a Mr. Greentext branded fucking t-shirt. It'd be more so just like disassociated sort of stuff that you don't have to understand the like the what's even that sort of word? Just like fuck, that's gonna annoy me now. Like when you're in-joke, this is what I'm looking for. You don't have to understand like an in-joke to like get the shirt. It could just be like a cool fucking thing. But yeah. So I think it's time to get into the most fucking autistic part of this podcast, and that is of course where I take questions from a bunch of you cunts. So if you want to send any questions, topics, or anything like that, you can email me at mrgreentext@gmail.com. I'll actually put it on the screen this time so you can actually see. That's Mr. Greentext with an S on the end of that, because some of you cunts occasionally forget that, apparently. Or you can comment on my community tab that will go up sometime next week, and hopefully not forget until like the night before, like I did last night. So I do actually have a couple emails that I got in this past couple of weeks that I'll have a read through. Because, you know, I think last week I had Hero 1 and didn't want to, like, go through that sort of stuff. Let's see. So yeah, I got another question from good old frequent commenter, question person. Good old Steve the Nerd sent an email, and he says, "Hey dude, it's Steve the Nerd here. I don't care if you say my name. Well, yeah. I want to say a few things first. First, you did a good job reading Greentext. Thanks. Well, at least I think you do. And I like your podcast. You may skip reading through the next paragraph on your potty since it's a bit long, and about how you wanted to mention you want to get into D&D. Oh, yes, yeah. I would like to get into, like, Dungeons & Dragons, but yeah, I don't really know anybody that's really into it, and that's the sort of problem. Second, if you want to get into D&D, I've got some advice for you. Since you don't know any IRL friends who plays, I recommend a website called Roll20. It lets you play D&D and loads of other games online, and I always use it. The only problems for that is that it's your Australian internet. Also, if you don't want to spend money buying books, the website Resimus RPG Archive has free PDFs of loads of RPGs, and almost every book from the latest D&D version, 5th edition. Although, again, you've got shit internet, and if you've got any questions on it, I'm more than happy to give advice. Oh, fucking sweet, man. Yeah. Oh, Roll20, okay. So that sounds like a lot like one of the websites that was in, like, the Captain Drake story, where you could just roleplay and shit. I don't know. That sounds pretty cool. I might actually give that a check out on some of these D&D PDFs and shit. Lastly, my question is, if you had a chance to move anywhere else in the world other than Australia, would you do it, and if so, where? Well, see, the first two places that immediately come to mind is obviously America. Where in America? I mean, it's a bit of a cop-out. I'd probably say, like, LA. Just because, like, I'm definitely aiming for the film industry, and that's probably where I'd probably want to be. Especially doing, like, props and editing and that sort of shit. That's probably where I'd want to be. But if not there, I'd probably either say, like, New Zealand and, like, Wellington. Because I'd really fucking love to even just, like, work at Weta Workshop. I've made some of, like, this stuff. I've got a couple of replica guns from District 9, which the Weta guys did. Which Weta Workshop also did all the stuff for Lord of the Rings and a shit ton of other stuff that you didn't even realize. But I've had people even just say, like, oh, you should just go work at Weta Workshop. And I'm like, I don't know if I can. But, like, the good thing about it is that New Zealand's basically, it's not exactly far from Australia. It's like a 4-hour plane trip. Basically just over the water from us. Yeah. I don't know. So, yeah. Plus, you know, New Zealand's a really fucking beautiful country. All the mountains and fucking shit. So, yeah, I'd probably either say, or even, like, oh, shit, I don't know. Even, like, potentially Canada. Because I've had people even just recommend me potentially moving to Canada. Especially Toronto. Because there's a lot of fucking film stuff that goes on down there. And even, like, I actually do know someone that works on a couple of the bunch of TV shows down there, like some of the DC shows and stuff like that. I'm going to be meeting with him sometime soon, because he's back in Australia for a bit. Don't know where that'll lead. But, yeah, maybe potentially, like, Canada, because, you know, they've got so much fucking, like, TV shows, whatever the fuck. They're probably going to need a heap of editors, which, you know, hit up your boy. So yeah, that's probably where I'd move to. I think I had like another one. Did I? I don't think I actually. No, I don't think I did. I think a dude just sent in like a green text, and I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. So let's go to the community tab. Load, please. Oh my god, I gotta fucking refresh the page. My fucking internet, I swear to god. Let's see. What the fuck? YouTube account 376497P0. What the fuck kind of username is that? And why do you have 102 subscribers? What? Your Australian shitposter costume is coming along well. What other memes or characters would you like to cosplay as other than Cable? I don't know. Oh, thanks for the compliment, first. The shitposter thing's definitely, like, sort of like the persona thing, like I explained before. So when I do IRL stuff, that's probably what I'm gonna, like, be dressed as. I don't know if I really want to dress as, like, other memes, because that's kind of cringe. The shitposter thing's, you know, it's kind of part of me, so it was kind of sort of natural, to go that sort of route. So definitely I don't really think other memes I'd like to cosplay as. I do have a Praetorian Guard. I don't know if I mentioned that last time, that I'm in the process of. It's just a little bit weighty. I'm trying to figure out how to actually rig it with a bunch of straps, whatever the fuck, so I can actually move around in it properly. What would I like to cosplay as? I'm not sure. I'm put on the spot a little bit. I'd always wanted like a really nice like suit of Iron Man armor. That'd be really fucking nice. I do have an Iron Man helmet that I made not too long ago. The eyes light up and shit. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I'd really like just a nice set of like Iron Man armor. That'd be really fucking dope. Don't know which mark. I'm not really sure what I think about the newest sort of armor, Infinity War. Oh, that's a really fucking cool cosplay. I'd like a decent. I'd like to do a Thanos. I saw a dude ages ago. Well, not too long ago. There's this really beefy, what's it even called? Like a muscle suit thing that's like retardedly portioned to make you look like a ridiculous, like, Arnie-style bodybuilder. And he got that and then skinned it over the top with like a Thanos thing and made some armor. And then got like this really nice silicone mask of Thanos' face. And then made like an Iron Man helmet with like Robert Downey Jr.'s face in it that was like cracked up. It looked really fucking cool. I've seen a couple of Thanos cosplays, but some of them looked kind of, you know, bad. Because, you know, the face is probably the hardest thing. But the silicone mask is nice because something like that with silicone, it obviously looks a lot more realistic. And you can actually move it to your face. And that's the thing. But yeah. No Mater asks, do you have a Discord server? And if not, why? So this is the sort of dilemma that I'm in. I don't know if I want a Discord server. Majority because I know other people, and I'm part of a heap of other Discords. I don't know if I want one because, I don't know, my audience doesn't seem that bad, to be honest, compared to other people like Creepsworks. But I always have every server muted because I don't want notifications constantly. And, I don't know, because then, like, I gotta find fucking admins to actually run it, because obviously I'm not gonna have fucking time to run this shit. And, you know, fucking edgelords that are posting gore or lolly or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I don't know, if there's a huge demand for it, maybe. Something I gotta research, I guess, too. Because I don't really... someone, like, invited me to Discord not too long ago, and then I'm like, how does this work? Is it Skype? So yeah, I don't know. Tell me if you want Discord, let me know. I guess. Crash Cricket asks, what gets you out of bed in the morning? Usually my alarm. But I don't know. I really enjoy just waking up and just looking at all like the comments on stuff. Because I've got well over 300 videos at this point, and oh jeez. And I'm growing pretty quick at this point. So I'm constantly getting comments and stuff. And it's nice to just wake up and have a look through comments of people that are actually looking at my fucking shit that I'm uploading. Which is, you know, still kind of weird to me at this sort of point. Yeah, but even, you know, having people that just want to interact with me. It's still kind of weird, but yeah. Pingin101 asks, are you an original 2014 Internet Crusader? Well, I was born in the late 90s, so, no. Dude, I'm 19. What do you want from me? I don't even really visit 4chan, particularly. I mostly just grab all my green text from, like, all the places. Google Images, Reddit, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't really want to visit. I don't really want to visit that sort of shit, to be honest, and scam with that. I don't really want to look at furry shit. And, you know, dick rates and whatever the fuck else cancers on there and traps. Bucksman asks, please acknowledge that I have watched every single one of your videos more than once. Some videos more than once. You are witnessed. Lichzim the Great asks, is Australia a good place to live? Yeah, I'd say so. Mostly because I can go to school without getting shot. Based Libertarian asks, where do you stand politically? I don't really have a political, like, opinion, to be honest. I'm much more in the center. I think I said a lot. I think I've mentioned this before. The last election, local election that I had to do, I just voted on people whose names sounded cool, because I just don't fucking care, to be honest. And then, of course, just, you know, made sure to vote Pauline Hanson, last, because I don't really want that bigot particularly in power. That's the only thing that I do kind of care about. She's basically our version of Trump, except she likes doing a lot more theatrical sort of stuff. And, you know, a lot more fucking racist. Malamezi says, would you ever plan to come to the States and do a meetup with fans? That's a weird question to ask, considering, like, you know, I want to remain anonymous. I probably wouldn't even do a meetup in my own country, let alone the States. I don't even know when or if I'd like go to the States. I can imagine I go to the States at some point, but I seriously doubt that I'd do a meetup. But I mean, who fucking knows? Probably by then, if I'm in the States, I'm probably like not really anonymous anymore because people figured out who I was. Because it's not that hard, to be honest. Lames Jahi asks, have you ever had a lengthy conversation with a fan? And what was it like? I don't think I've really had like a lengthy conversation with a fan. Mostly because like occasionally when I do reply to people, they more so just like, oh, what the fuck, he actually replied. Or they send me a message thinking that I'm not going to reply. Especially on Discord, people are really surprised that I actually reply to them. But I'm just like, well, if it pops up and looks like, sure, I'll fucking reply to you. So not really many people like expect me to reply. So this usually, they don't really last very long. But, you know, sure, if you want to message me on Discord or whatever the fuck, sure. Last question is from Brandon. And he says, why do green text YouTubers complain about sent Thoro forward threads when you could just use 4chanx? It automatically redirects you to the archived version. What the fuck is 4chanx? What? Yeah, I don't even want to Google that because it sounds like some fucking porn thing, and I don't really want to deal with this early in the morning. What do you mean when you complain when it 404s? You click on a link and it just says 404. I don't have time to fuck around trying to actually find it, cunt. Like, it's not even that hard to fucking screen cap it on your end, you dropkick. What do you mean? What do you mean complaining about 404? I'm not gonna fuck around with that sort of shit. I got other shit to do, man. I think that'll do it for this week. Had a fucking stroke in between there. I think that'll do it for this week's podcast. Oh, fucking every time I do this, I forget about the fucking secret phrase. Oh, what do I make it this week? Let's see. What did I talk about? Things. Let's see. So, if you made it the whole way through this podcast, be sure to let me know by including somewhere in your comment down below the word ant or ants or any variation of that. So I actually know you actually listened to this whole thing. But yeah, just include ant or ants. Go nuts with that. That's in relation to Hereditary. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. So if you actually want to send any topics, questions, or any of that sort of shit, you can email me at the email on screen, mrgreentext@gmail.com, or you can come out of my community tab that will go up sometime next week, hopefully more than like a day before I did like last night. Thanks for watching, cunts.